I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. We are joined by Lady Fable. Hi.
Hello.
Hey, I appreciate you coming on. If you could, please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hello, I am Lady Fable. I am a variety streamer and artist and rigger and all of the above. Yes. Hi.
This is yet another guest who's far more talented than I will ever be.
I would say that.
Well, you first of all, you're an artist, which I'm never going to be, and the other stuff that goes along with it. So, how long have you been an artiste? Is it something you've done since you were a small Fable?
Well, honestly, when I was a child, I absolutely hated drawing,
Mm.
which is something I don't think I hear a lot of other artists say, but uh, I kind of started drawing when I was in like eighth grade. No, not eighth grade. No. Wait. Hold on. Fifth
Mm,
grade. Fifth grade.
yeah, yeah.
I think. I think that's when I like really started, like actually really starting to draw.
Wow, I hear folks all the time are like, yeah, I kept journals when I was 6 months old of
Mhm.
the doodles I made, and you're like, I hated art. I didn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, I hated it so much.
So what turned it around?
Honestly, I think it was because I was being petty.
Mm.
Like, when I was younger, my dad would come up to me and he'd be like, "Yeah, you see, this drawing of a horse is like really cool and all, but it's anatomically incorrect." And
Well,
I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna show you a horse," and then I just started drawing and just kind of wanted to prove everyone wrong that show that I could draw something, and then I liked it, and then I just kind of stuck with that.
sometimes the worst reasons come over the best results.
Exactly.
So, I mean, did it? How long did it take for you to realize that? Hey, I really do like this, and I think I'm going to be pretty good at it.
Um, Honestly, I think I found that out really quickly.
Mm,
I think it started when I made my first OCs,
mm.
because then I kind of drew them all the time, and I had a motivation aside from being petty.
Ah,
And I just started like making all of these scenarios with them in my head, and then I drew them out and everything. It just was very fun,
mm,
and I just yeah, I
yeah,
really like that.
yeah. And you're going through that time in a young person's life where you're kind of still finding yourself at the same time, and having that as an outlet probably helped out quite a bit.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I could share it with others, and that was very nice. Like when I first really started getting into drawing, like I joined Miiverse, which
Mm.
is like a very old thing Nintendo had, and I just posted my stuff there, and people liked it, and that also kind of motivated me.
You can't access that anymore, can you?
No, there's a thing called Archiveverse or something where you can still look at everything from back then, but you can't post anything. It's just there to look at and feel
What's it, what
feel good about the good old times.
what's it like to be part of lost media?
Honestly, sometimes I go back there and I cringe at my old self. Like
Yeah.
I was in my edgy phase back then.
It's but and since you've gone from person who's doing it for spite to an artist, I imagine you go back and looking like, well, I could have done this better, or maybe if I tried this. You've got that
Mm,
artist never quite finished attitude.
yeah,
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 it comes. There's not a single one I haven't interviewed that doesn't have that.
yeah.
Never quite
Man.
finished. So, how big of a part of your life did it become eventually?
Uh, Honestly, it's like a extremely big part
Mm,
of it. Like I feel like all that I do is somehow related to art
mm,
in some way. Like I mean, I'm now like a freelance artist. Like I take commissions and all, so like that is part of that. And then I VTuber. I drew my own VTuber model,
Yep.
so it's also kind of tied into that. Like, it's just kind of in everything I do, I think. It's become like a very big part of my life.
Yeah. I mean, folks, take a look at the thumbnail there. That'll give you an idea of and pretty and the model is excellent. You learned to rig as well.
Yes, I did that like semi recently though. I think I'm currently on my third model that I'm rigging.
Mm. So tell me, because I haven't asked this question to anybody. How tough is it for someone to learn how to do?
I mean, I think it's just mostly that it looks kind of intimidating. So when you see people do it, you just like, oh, I don't think I can do this, and then you just don't.
Mm,
But once you start, it's not that hard to at least get the basics down.
mm,
Like there are so many really good tutorials nowadays that help so much. Like you can, if you want to rig your own VTuber model, you can totally do that if you just take the time and look at those tutorials.
mm. Now, I would certainly wind up with mine on fire somehow. That's,
On fire.
I mean, it was, it's on the computer and it's burning. How does that happen? Um, the I'm just really notoriously bad at art in general, but I appreciate when others are able to do it. And it, was it kind of just an extension of your artwork at that time?
I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean,
Mm,
it just uh was just that I saw people when they were looking for like VTuber models or something, they usually look for someone who can do both.
mm.
And that's how I kind of started with that. But it's also just really fun to see your art starting to move and everything. So it's definitely a fun thing to do.
You think that's becoming kind of the new animation for people in some ways?
Um, I mean, I guess there's like some ways where that could be used in like what I could really see is in like games,
Mm,
for example, where you maybe have like a sprite that is kind of animated in that way.
yeah,
That could be really cool. I could see it definitely be used in stuff like that. Like there's definitely a lot of uses for that.
yeah, yeah. Maybe it's a you always used to have the motion capture stuff that they use in movies and animation and stuff. I don't know. I'm thinking off the top of my head, which isn't always a good thing. The but the uh, art in general fascinates me, and how where people come up with their ideas. Would you rather come up with an idea on your own, or would you rather uh, make a piece um, with somebody else's idea?
I mean, both can be fun. Like I like taking people's ideas and doing something with that, but I'm extremely big on making my own things, and
Mhm.
I have so many ideas in my head that I just kind of want to do. So I think I just generally I prefer doing my own
Mm,
things, like my own ideas, but
yeah,
both can definitely be very fun.
yeah. Well, you can't be too married to that if you're going to be taking commissions.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, if I take commissions, then I obviously I like I do what they want me to do and I do the best that I can, but it's always exciting when someone's like, "Hey, I want a character, but I don't really know what to do, so just go ham." Like
Mm,
that is always very fun.
yeah, that you can really put yourself into it at that point.
Exactly.
And I get this scenario where someone says, yeah, I would like you to draw a a scenario with my model in this particular thing, and you come back with a picture of a ham sandwich. I felt like a ham sandwich, okay?
Yeah, I made you a ham sandwich Sona.
That's right. Ouch, ick. Yeah,
Uh,
but when you realize that other people enjoyed your art, how did that hit you, or did it make a difference early on?
Absolutely. It was always so much fun to see how people react to my drawings
Mm.
and how they comment on things. And whenever I made new characters, they were like, "Oh my God, that is so cool!" And it just made me so happy. And then like especially during that Miiverse time period,
Yeah.
I would always draw pictures for my friends and they would draw some for me and then we'd just freak out over each other's drawings and it was always so amazing and so much fun.
That's great. 'Cause there's drawing on your own as a hobby, and then there's showing other people what you do.
Hmm.
There's a big difference for a lot
Exactly.
of people in that, and it doesn't sound like you had that problem at all early on.
Yeah, no, I could always show my drawings around. Also in like in school, just show my friends what I'm drawing or
Mm.
my family,
Yeah,
and that was always so much fun.
yeah, that's cool. You had kind of had that support early on, uh, even though you started with spite.
Yeah, exactly.
you you got the support early on, and that's carried you on through here. So, did you ever take any courses, or is it all self taught?
It's all self-taught. Like I
Mm,
think the only things that I did were like a couple of tutorials on things on YouTube,
mm,
especially like early on. But aside from that, it's pretty much all self-taught.
mm. So, would you say your style is more realistic, more anime, more cartoon? How would you what would you call it, or do you have a particular style?
I would say it's mostly anime. It's
Mm,
just kind of what I like to do the most. I saw every now and then I just kind of try to draw in another style just to see if I could do it and maybe also like, be able to draw anything that I want.
mm-hmm,
But I always gravitate towards anime style.
mm. With that, would you like to do an animation with like anime characters?
Absolutely. I want to do like I want to draw mangas
Mm,
and like I have so many ideas for so many things, and I just kind of got need to get started. But every time I want to start, I'm like, oh, but what if I'm not good enough yet to draw that? What if it's not,
mm,
like it's kind of hard to convince yourself that your art is good enough yet to
uh,
actually make something with it.
yeah.
But I will get there. I'll get there soon.
Maybe somebody needs to get you angry.
Exactly. Someone needs
Somebody,
to tell me that I can't do it.
yeah, there's no way you could possibly get this. No way you can't do that. I'll show you.
Exactly like that.
40
I think that's how
volumes
I
by the
work.
end of the week.
uh,
Number one seller on every continent. Um, but it's nice to be able to fall in basically to something that you maybe you weren't sure that you were even good at, and now it's become such a big part of your life.
yeah, it's kind of in everything that
Mm.
I do, and it's so hard to imagine that there was a time where I didn't like to do it. I don't know what I did before I drew at this point.
I did not exist until I picked up the pen.
My memory is gone.
But you were so focused because you were so angry that you just forgot everything and started drawing. It was
Memory loss due to anger. That
uh,
is
we're
beautiful.
building a new lore for you as we speak.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yes, so angry that it forgot your name. Um, so how did you go from that to streaming and VTubing?
I think it's just kind of that I always wanted to do something with content creation.
Hmm.
Like when I was younger, I would do let's plays on my YouTube channel, and
Hmm.
I obviously they were like they were not exactly good or high quality, but it was so much fun, and I used to do that for a while until I couldn't do it because school and stuff, and then I
Yeah,
had to take a break, and
yeah.
then I didn't really do anything. But then I found out about VTubers, and it was like, oh, it's all coming together.
Mm.
I got to do that.
Well, yeah, but it's different doing a recorded bit and doing live.
Hmm.
Did you find a difference in that? And was it tough to adjust?
Um, it wasn't really that tough to adjust, honestly. It's just kind of the difference is that now when I stream, there's actually people that I can talk to, which actually it makes it a little bit more easy because then I mean, I'm always talking
Yeah.
when I stream. I yap so much, but even if I should run out of things, and there's at least people there that I could talk to. So in a sense, it is a little bit easier for me personally to stream,
Mm-hmm.
but there's definitely like benefits to both because when I upload something on YouTube, I can edit stuff out, cut out some dead air or something, make some
Right.
nice effects. That's harder to do when you're streaming, but both is definitely very fun.
Yeah, that's one of the things that when I was in radio for all that time, um, people say, "Would you do you like going live or do you like doing recorded shows?" And I said, "Well, they both have they're different animals. I mean, they're you could do I could do a 30-minute prepared program and be really happy with it, or I could have a 30-minute live show where everything just hits perfectly and the interaction is really good and we just have fun with it.
Hmm.
It's kind of a different feeling overall.
Exactly.
And it's two sides of the same stone. But yeah, is there? How long did it take for you to really enjoy being behind the microphone?
It kind of was right away. I
Mm,
don't think there was ever a time where I was not feeling good about it. Like at first, it was a little bit like something that you had to get used to, at least back then when I was doing my Let's Play stuff, because there was no one there to talk to. You were
mm.
just kind of talking to yourself. It was a little bit of a weird feeling to get adjusted to, but I really enjoyed it from the start.
It's great. I mean, it seems like you just started something and then everything came together for you. Like this path was meant for you.
Exactly, exactly. That's what it feels like, and it makes me so happy.
Well, I can tell. I can hear you smiling when you talk about it. The so once you got in and got started, was it easy for you to pick up a base of followers, or did it take a little while to build up that base?
Honestly, I think I was a bit lucky in that regard because I got to know another VTuber
Mm,
and she kind of rated me at the start and those people stuck because then her and I also became like very close friends and started collabing on a lot of things. So it was pretty early on that there were people who just kind of came in and stayed and are now still part of my community. So that was very nice. I know there's a lot of people who need to wait longer for that,
hmm.
but yeah, I was kind of lucky in that regard, I think.
You're getting some great feedback here with this. I mean, really, first of all, people are enjoying your art enough to commission you for it, and now people are enjoying hanging around and listen to your personality come through on your VTubing channel.
Yeah, it's very nice whenever I see people come in and sometimes they even tell me, "Oh, I'm having fun here," and then I always smile so much and I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And it's always so nice and then they come back and I'm just so happy because they could literally be doing anything else, but they
Mm.
chose to be here and watch me yap about literally anything. It's an awesome feeling.
Yeah, and these are people who are on the other side of the planet sometimes.
Hmm.
That
Yeah,
you're not even going to be in the same hemisphere as them.
exactly. And I mean, my sleeping pattern is all over the place. So, I mean, so I kind of have people from everywhere because my streaming time isn't as consistent as it probably should be.
Mm,
But it's most of the time they're there and it's super fun.
mm.
And I get to know so many new people, and it's just overall super amazing.
That's cool. That is absolutely cool. Now, what types of streams are you doing? Art streams, game streams. What are you doing usually?
Most of the time I'm doing gaming streams. I do art streams every now and then, but usually when I draw, I kind of want to actually work on the thing that I'm doing, but I get so distracted by talking to chats that I don't really get as much work done. So I don't I don't do that many art streams, but definitely a lot of gaming streams. That's like pretty much all I'm doing.
Yeah, it's a I always do you ever get when you do the art streams? Do you get backseat artists?
Um, Honestly, I haven't so far.
Hmm. I'm really kind of surprised, and
No.
I guess maybe this is a concept that I'm thinking on my own of ways to harass artists or something. But I I would think, and there haven't been very many that I've talked to who've said that does happen. But I can certainly imagine somebody coming on and saying, "Oh, I would have used this color here, or I would have used this sort of shading." Um,
Yeah.
the fact that it doesn't happen so much is positive. But by golly, I'm going to introduce it sooner or later.
Wait, you're gonna join my streams and you're gonna be like, actually, I think I would have used the other brush.
That's right. But you'd see who it was, and you go, "Yeah, I'm not listening to that."
Mods, escort him out.
ban ban Eric. the it's to be able to have that interaction with your audience is is extremely positive, and to get that interaction so early doesn't happen a lot.
Exactly. I was extremely fortunate in that regard that I got to know this friend of mine and that she was supporting me so much. Like I think that a lot of my early progress is very much thanks to her.
Mm.
And yeah, I hope that maybe one day I can give the same amount of support to someone else once I've grown a little bit more.
Well, I mean, don't sell yourself short. In the meantime, you can bring a lot of people to a certain place, but
Hmm.
it's the personality that keeps them. And
Hmm.
that's what's happened for you too here. Um, yeah, you can get rated by someone who brings 10,000 people, but if none of them stay,
Yeah.
it's just so sad.
Yeah. But that's true though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean it's really it's such a personality driven thing. And it's good to have a great model, and it's good to have great equipment and stuff. But still, people are going to come back for the personality, and
Yeah.
sounds like you've got that in aces.
I certainly try.
Were you somebody who was really gregarious early on, or did it take a while for you to get used to being kind of a center of attention here?
Um, I think I was used to it pretty early on, but that's also part of like part of the reason is because I used to do those Let's Plays when I was younger, so I
Ah,
was already kind of
yeah.
used to talking to myself and kind of trying to be uh entertaining.
Hmm.
Um, and so that definitely helped me when I got into streaming.
Yeah.
So it wasn't I didn't really have that um that hard of a time to get used to that. It was more when I started Let's Plays, I think, that it took me a bit to get used to it because I was never really like someone who's used to being the center of attention.
Hmm.
So it was a little bit hard, but yeah, once I started streaming, it was kind of already I was
Yeah.
kind of used to it.
You already had the ego.
I'm I'm a pretty popular streamer.
I don't know if you've heard of me or not, but I'm a pretty popular streamer. I
Don't even know who I am.
I stream out of spite. That's,
Uh,
I'm sorry. I'm never going to let you live that down. um,
it's
the
funny.
so what type of games are you playing online?
I play all different sorts of games. I play a lot of co-op games with my friends.
Hmm.
Usually we have like every Sunday where a group of friends and I we play stuff together.
Yeah.
So I definitely play a lot of those, but when I'm on my own, it's honestly all over the place. I play like cozy games sometimes, some
Hmm.
like farming simulators, but I also play horror games sometimes, which I hate. I scream. I soil myself. I'm bad at it. But my favorite is stuff like Skyrim or Oblivion, like
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah. But you but the chat wants to hear you scream.
Oh yeah, they do absolutely. They
So
love seeing me die inside.
so you have to grab the ones that have the jump scares, or will you go for the ones
Mhm.
with the long con horror?
I kind of ask my chat sometimes what they want to see. Sometimes, okay, so I think the one that scared me the most so far
Hmm.
was oh, what's it called? Outlast.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
there's so many. There's jump scares and there's being chased, which I absolutely hate in games. I hate being chased. And
it's,
but they love seeing it
it's
because of course they do.
it's such nightmare fuel.
Exactly.
Everybody's
It's
had that
so
nightmare,
bad.
of being chased, and every time you look back, there
Hmm.
it is, no matter what you've done. And
Yeah.
to go do that willingly, that says a lot about a person.
Yeah, like there's that one guy in the game who has like a chainsaw, I think, and you hear him run behind you screaming about how I think he wants to eat you. And you hear his chainsaw, and it's absolutely horrible. It's horrible.
That's one of those sleep paralysis demon things.
Hmm.
Every time
Oh my God,
you're
yeah.
just about ready to go to sleep, all of a sudden you hear vroom.
Exactly. Oh,
No. So
so
is
horrible.
there a particular type of stream you'd like to do but you haven't done yet?
I would love to do, I think a hand cam stream would be nice. I
Hmm.
want to get like one of those tattoo sets and then kind of practice making tattoos on a like that fake skin that you can get.
Mm,
Like I feel like that would be a lot of fun. I also would love to do a cooking stream. I just don't know how to set that up, but
yeah.
that could also be extremely funny.
Yeah. What would you cook? What would be your number one dish that you cooked on the stream?
Okay, I think at first I would have to make tomato soup
Mm,
with a grilled cheese sandwich because my stream really wants me to make that because I
mm.
absolutely hate tomatoes and they want me
Oh,
to make tomato soup because of that.
oh, that's like three-quarters of my diet. It's tomato sauce and tomato
What?
soup.
But okay, but raw tomatoes though, they're
No, I don't
so
like that.
disgusting.
They are really disgusting. I can't eat
Yeah.
raw tomatoes. I can't eat fried tomatoes. And they have to be like
Hmm.
pureed and
Yeah,
things that
exactly.
I actually turn down now. I will never turn down a pizza usually because like
Oh yeah.
I
Mhm.
will try pretty much any pizza. I won't try the one with fish on it, but everything else I'll try. And I went to a place and they had big chunks of tomato in the pizza, and I'm like,
Like
no, no,
why?
I can't eat
No.
that. I actually turned down pizza because of tomato, and for that,
Yeah,
it's forever my enemy. Raw tomatoes. Um,
yeah.
but yet the sauce. Are you okay with tomato sauce? And
Tomato sauce and stuff is fine. Like everyone is always like, you hate tomatoes, but what about tomato sauce? You like that? Like that's different. It's as if I was saying, oh, what you hate eating raw flour? Why are you eating that cake then?
yeah,
It's because it's different.
yes. Oh well, here's another one too. Sushi and tuna fish. Um, yeah, they're not the same thing at all. I mean, I hardly think of
Hmm.
tuna fish in a can as fish at all. It's more like meat, and I could not possibly eat sushi to save my life. That it's not happening. It's not cooked. I'm not going to eat it.
I actually love sushi.
Yeah, well, that says a lot about you.
Oh no.
Now it means you have good
Uh,
taste, and I'm an old man stuck in my ways. just, just give me whatever I can make in the microwave. I'm perfectly fine. Um, so you start with that, but what would be the dish that you would want, your own signature dish that you would want to
my
put on there?
I think I would just bake something. I'm not sure what, maybe cupcakes. I really like making cupcakes because I
Mm,
love doing the piping stuff.
mm-hmm.
Like there's videos out there where people pipe cupcakes and it's like in the shape of flowers and it's so nice to watch. It's actually kind of hypnotizing and I love that. And I would probably do something like that. That would be something I would
That
look
would
very much forward to.
that'd be kind of like ASMR with your stomach growling.
Exactly. But it looks so good.
They do,
It's
they
like
do.
ASMR for your eyes.
Yes, yes, but then you absolutely have to go get cupcakes after that.
Oh yeah.
After you
Oh yeah.
watch. Um, so doing a stream like that, but you also mentioned tattoos. You're the first
Mhm.
person I've interviewed on these that mentioned tattoos. Uh, do you want to be a tattoo artist?
Kind of. I
Yeah.
mean, I would technically love to do that. The only thing that scares me a little bit is that if I do something wrong, it will be stuck on that skin, and that would be awful. I would feel terrible. But I feel like if I could master that and be like really confident in it, that would definitely be something that'd be kind of cool to do.
Yeah, yeah. You talk about your canvas. That's when you're never going to live down.
Yeah,
It's not like
exactly.
you can crumble it
Imagine,
up and throw it away in the trash. No,
yeah, I'm doing something and suddenly I sneeze and it just the line goes all over the leg. That would be awful.
there's all those commercials of people doing tattoos and spelling words wrong, and like,
Oh my
I,
God.
I could just see
Yeah,
myself doing that very easily and leaving out an I
exactly.
or something. That would be so. Uh, I would be so nervous trying something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly. Me
you
too.
you better be right. If you do the tattoo, you should do it live.
Yeah, I think I would really like to just like practice on that fake skin a little bit
Mm.
and have my chat judge me. Maybe put some pressure. Maybe they could like spam some jump scare sound effects so I can practice not fucking up when I'm making the lines.
That would be hilarious. Just
They would definitely enjoy
help Lady Fable get through their training phase.
it.
Throw as much as you can at them.
Exactly. It's like they would stand behind me and yell in my ear constantly, like a drill sergeant.
And then you get some type of thing that'll nudge your elbow as they as
Oh my God.
they can redeem something. Just kind of bump your elbow as you're doing it. That would work out pretty good.
Yeah, that would be beautiful.
Oh boy, I get. So if you had your way and you could commission a first tattoo right now, what would you want to do as a tattoo?
Like what I would like to tattoo on someone or
Yeah,
what I would
yeah,
like to get myself.
yeah. Well, what would you want to be an artist for as far as a tattoo goes?
I mean, a picture of myself. I would like to have my face really big on someone's back staring at everyone. That
that
would be
is so
funny.
that is so brilliant. It'd be a great advertisement too
Right?
for
I think
everything.
that would be awesome.
Yeah, it would that would work out great. I'm kind of surprised people aren't doing that more, renting themselves out with advertisements on tattoos and
Yeah.
things. Yeah, have a Coke wrist tattoo or something. People, you see these boxers now, write stuff all over themselves as they go out to box and they get knocked out
Yeah.
and smeared up all on the floor. I don't understand that one bit, but
Just a big
uh,
boxer with an
yeah,
anime girl on his chest.
yeah, but
Uh,
then you have to get punched.
nah, it's fine.
Don't punch the anime girl. It's
They
illegal.
would not do it then.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
see that anime girl and they'd be like, I don't want to punch that.
That'd be a great way to win a fight. I can't punch him. There's an anime girl on his chest.
I can't punch a Tuna Miku.
No possible way. Every time you get close, you hear the voice in your head.
You just can't do it.
Yes, just give up, walk away.
Uh,
Uh, so what do you? Have you got any big things coming up on your channel? Any big events?
um, I don't have anything big coming up on my Twitch But on my YouTube channel, I'm currently working on my first long form video, which
Hmm.
I'm extremely excited for,
Yeah.
and I'm very proud of it so far. So that is something that maybe it's like more big for me
Mm.
personally. It's like not a big event or anything, but it's just kind of something that that I am personally very very proud of, and it's kind of big for me.
Wow.
So
Are you doing
that
all
is
the
something that
Are you doing all the
yeah,
editing and everything for it?
yes, exactly.
Wow. Wow. That's a
Yeah.
that's that's quite a task.
I'm not that good at editing. I just recently started learning because I can't always commission someone to do the editing for me.
Yeah.
Uh, I need to buy lots of treats for my cat. I kind of need to set my priorities straight.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Just that we've got 9 of them, so um
Oh my God.
yeah. So if when the food runs out, we get in a hurry. Otherwise, there'll be between my wife and I, there'll be one less of us the next morning. They
But you can't say mad at them.
yeah they just they just they'll right now in the summer heat they go out and lay on the deck all day, come in just to
Oh,
eat, and then go back out and lay on the deck again.
they're so adorable.
Yeah, I envy every bit of that. They have to move them out of the way so I can get in the car and go to work.
No, you just gotta call into work and say, I'm sorry, I can't come. The cat is in the way, and then they should absolutely be understanding of that, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I only have so many paid days off. I've got to use those for other excuses. the
Yeah.
so as this how has this affected you off of the internet? Has it made it have, does it make it easier for you socially, or have you taken anything from it into your personal life?
Mm, not that much. I think I'm a little bit more comfortable to talk to people now. I
Hmm.
was like, I mean, I'm still kind of an introvert in like real life. But I think that streaming and like talking to people in my chat all the time and just getting used to that, I think that's definitely helped me be more open to some extent. I still want to improve more on that, but I mean, yeah, I think it's easier for me to meet new people and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's a positive influence, I'd say.
Well, you're incredibly easy to talk to and incredibly fun to talk with. And folks,
Oh, thank you.
we're gonna have all the links for Lady Fable in the description for the video here, and you got to check out what Lady Fable's got going on. And commission commissions are commissions open right now?
Ah, yes, they are.
Yes. So consider this an advertisement. go, go to Lady Fable if you need your art now. Uh,
Call me.
they might just do their own thing and give it to you anyway. But okay. But it's okay. It's good stuff.
I'll draw them anything they want.
So, I mean, it seriously, is there anything that you will not draw for people?
I don't really draw not safe for work stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but aside from that, I mean, I guess it depends. There's always things that I probably can't think of if someone comes to me and is like, "Hey, can you?" Okay, I guess if it's like something like very political or anything, I wouldn't really draw that.
yeah, yeah. That always
Because
rears
I
its.
just don't want to be.
There's
Yeah,
there's nothing appealing to that,
yeah,
to me
exactly. But
anyway.
I don't think there's anything that aside from those things I wouldn't draw.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I draw a lot of different things.
So so that's the new contest. Figure out things that Lady Fable will not draw,
Push my boundaries, guys.
then try to convince them to do it anyway.
Exactly.
What
Hold a
amount
gun to my head.
what amount of money will make you lose all your credibility? How much money?
It's cheaper than you might think.
Hey, I was in radio. We were absolutely mercenaries. We do things for cheese sandwiches. We Eat half a cheese sandwich. We'll do it. Need a line? Yep. Just
To be fair,
something to eat.
cheese sandwich is very
Yes,
good.
yes, especially with tomato soup.
I haven't figured that out yet. I as long as it's not normal tomatoes, it might be.
Well, I tell you, folks, you got to check out, see what Lady Fable's got going on, because obviously you're having so much fun with it, and it seems to fit you like a glove, and it's the folks who are part of your community are getting a lot of entertainment and a really fun person to be around. And
Aw,
thank you so much for coming on. I do appreciate it. We'll check up with you again once you get your tomato soup stream going.
I'll let you know if it's as horrible as I think it will be.
I want a taste test.
I'll send some over.
I
Might be
appreciate
cold
it.
when it arrives, but
That's what the microwave's for. I was a bachelor for 43 years. I know my way around a microwave. Thanks so much for
Um,
coming on.
thank you so much for asking me to be here. I really appreciate it. It was so much fun.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.